This is the Paulick Report News Minute for Friday, July 6th, presented by Woodbine Racetrack. Well, it's a big day of racing at Belmont Park tomorrow. The Stars and Stripes card featuring the Grade 1 Belmont Derby and Belmont Oaks on the turf for 3-year-olds. There's the Suburban and the Dwyer. Quite a few former Kentucky Derby runners are going to be participating on this card. We'll start with the Dwyer Stakes, where we're going to see Mendelssohn back in action. He shipped overseas once again to race in the States after finishing 20th of 20 in the Derby with his horrible trip. He was eased in that race. Hopefully Aidan O'Brien has him ready to perform much better in the Dwyer. Firenze Fire also finished 11th in the Derby. He's going in the Dwyer, as well as Noble Indy, who finished 10th in the Derby. The story with him is that he was owned by WinStar when he competed in the Belmont Stakes along with Mike Rapoli, but Rapoli has bought out the shares of WinStar because he was really concerned after the Belmont Stakes about a conflict of interest and some of the tactics that were used in that race, because of course WinStar also owns Justify in partnership. Another former Derby runner, in fact he was last year's Belmont Stakes winner, Taproot, is going in the Suburban on Saturday. He's not even the morning line favorite though, even though he's trained by Todd Pletcher. That's because Bob Baffert has a contender in the race named Dr. Door, who was last seen finishing second to Accelerate, a top horse in the country, in the Gold Cup at Santa Anita. And then in the Belmont Derby, we'll see the 5th place finisher from the Kentucky Derby, and that is My Boy Jack. He's getting back on the grass after winning on the turf last year at Santa Anita, and he's one of the favorites in the Belmont Derby on the Stars and Stripes card. The Pacific Racing Association, which operates Golden Gate Fields for the Stronach Group, has filed a lawsuit against the California Horse Racing Board. This is in respect to a law that requires tracks in California to contract with simulcasting facilities. Golden Gate Fields wants a license without having to do that because they are dubious about some of the facilities in Northern California. They say they're way behind the times and they want them improved. This lawsuit is supposedly going to be fast-tracked, so we may find out something pretty soon on that. And speaking of California, trainer David Jacobson, who has a string in New York and in California, is going to, or has transferred his horses in New York to another trainer, and he's going to move out to California and focus on his string there in Southern California. He has family there as well. That's going to do it for this edition of the News Minute, presented by Woodbine Racetrack, where all this weekend there are guaranteed pick 4s and pick 5s. Talk to you soon.